Right, so today is going to be the toughest video that I've done so far, and I've been putting it off because I know that once I say this, there's no going back. But let's face it, a lot of people can tell, and most people. Well, I've told some people. Let's face it, you can tell. So I'm autistic, and I spent years fucking hating it. I mean, I still don't like it now, but there's a big difference between accepting and liking. And I've known I was autistic since I was 10. And I was diagnosed when I was 7. I'm going to talk maybe in another video about how I found out I was, but talking a bit about me. For the first 5 years of my life, I was normal. I talked at the same time as everybody else. I did stuff like go to the toilet at the same time as everybody else. But when I was halfway through my first year at primary school, so reception, if you're watching this in the UK, something was highlighted that there was something wrong, but they weren't sure. And then when I was 7, I was properly diagnosed with autism, or the kind that I've got is called Asperger's. And up until 3 years ago, I used to deny that I had it. I used to get really defensive if people asked me, because it happened a couple of times. And I'm going to talk about how I found out when I was 10, but I took an immediate hate towards it, and that's the way it carried on for years. So I'm going to talk about the ways that it affects me. So I'm going to talk about how I found out on different videos, because I don't want it to go on too long. So it's a social disability. It doesn't really affect intelligence, but it affects social skills. Like, I have trouble reading people, reading situations, misunderstandings. But believe it or not, I have got a lot better compared to what I used to be. And the biggest one for me, I want to say, is obsessions. If I have an obsession about something, nothing can change my mind. And that's something that affects my life, I'd say, the most. But keeping friendships is another big one, which has been a massive one. I'd say that's one of the biggest things towards my mental health. And it's not so much making friends, it's keeping friendships where I've had trouble. And that's just not because I haven't ever gone out to intentionally be a cunt, but it's just differences in communication styles, misunderstandings. And it seems to be the same pattern every time. But I have got a couple of I've got only a couple of friends that have stayed my friends for a long period of time. And I've only got one that's been my friend for many years. But I always seem to fall out with people, and especially with girls. When it comes to friendships with girls, they always end up hating me and wanting nothing to do with me, which to me is the same. But like, for example, I'm not good at picking up social cues. So if for example, I could be talking to somebody and I won't always pick up on the signs that they don't want to talk to me, or that they're getting bored. But I have got a bit better with it, and I can pick it up more. And if anything, I can pick it up better than I used to, but not the same as an average person. And if anything, I'm a bit hypersensitive to it now, because I feel like if someone's off with me, I feel like they don't like me anymore, or they don't want to talk to me. It's called rejection sensitivity, that is. But yeah, and I'm not saying this for sympathy, because sympathy's for the weak, and I'm not here for people to say, oh, poor me, because that would make me feel like a weak person. But I'm just stating facts. But it has fucked up my life. And put it this way, if someone said to me there was a cure for this, but there was only a 2% chance I'd survive, I'd take it like that. I wouldn't give a fuck if I died. But even then, which is never going to happen, but even if that was the case, even if there was a cure for it, I could never get back time. And how much this condition has robbed from me. Because everyone's more immature when they're younger. Everyone can say, oh yeah, I wish I knew then what I know now, but they didn't have the same struggles that I've got. And I would love to have a refund on my life and be young again, and not have and not be autistic. So yeah, it's out there now. Most people say, but it does hurt me when people say they can tell. Not gonna lie to you. Like, most people say they could tell. There's only been a couple that have said. The nicest ones I've had is people say, I couldn't tell the first time I met you, but after a few times of talking to you and after getting to know you, I could tell. And there's only been one person ever that said that was generally shocked that I was autistic. So yeah, there it is, guys. I've gone from hating it and thinking that if anybody ever knew, I'd have to kill myself, to posting this online for everybody to see. So yeah, until next time guys, see you in a bit.